Hello everyone and welcome to LTspice tutorials. In this tutorial, we explain how to perform a time domain simulation of an RL or resistor-inductor circuits. Over here you can see a simple RL circuit consisting of the DC voltage source, the resistor whose resistance is 100 ohm, and inductor with the inductance of 0.01 henries. And if you apply a step voltage, whose final value is 5, you will obtain this time domain response. Namely, we can see that the current starts from 0 and it settles at 50 milliamps. And that's precisely the steady state value of the current. Namely, in the steady state, this inductor is a simple short, and then we have that the current in the circuit is, according to the Ohm's law, V over R, which is 5 over 100, which gives 50 milliamps. But before we start with simulations, let's briefly revise the basic theory of the RL circuits. This formula gives the time response of the current of the RL circuit. Namely, the current is equal to Vs over R, where Vs is the applied voltage, minus this transient term that's equal to Vs over R e to the power minus R over Lt, where T of course is the time. If we introduce the time constant, which is equal to L over R, the current can be written like this. Namely, we have normalized this expression with respect to the time constant. The time constant is very important for verifying the simulation results, and here's the reason why. First of all, in the steady state, this inductor will behave as a short, and the final value of the current will be simply Vs over R, and consequently our time domain response will asymptotically approach this dashed line whose value is Vs over R. Just to repeat or to mention, on the y-axis we are plotting the current, and on the x-axis we are plotting the time. After one time constant, the value of the current will be 0.63 multiplying the final value. That is, we will be over here. And we will use this result to verify our simulation. That is, in our simulation over here, after one time constant, which is in our case 100 microseconds, we will have to be approximately around 0.63 multiplying the final or the steady state value, and in our case this is somewhere between 30 and 35 milliamps, and you can see it over here on the graph. This means that our simulation is correct. Next, let's simulate this circuit. After you open LTspice, you will see this empty screen. Then click on File, click on New Schematics, and let's start with modeling. First of all, we need to add the ground. To add the ground, click here and click here. Next, do the right mouse click to exit the ground mode. Next, let's add a resistor. You can either click here or you can click here and search for resistor. Here it is. Click on place and don't click still. Press Ctrl R to rotate this resistor and place it over here. Next, do the right click to exit the resistor mode. Let's add the inductor. To add the inductor, simply click here and place the inductor here. Then do the right click to exit the inductor mode. Next, let's add the voltage source. You can either click here or you can click here and search for voltage. Here it is. Click on place. Let's place the voltage over here and do the right click. Next, let's connect all these components. Simply click here, then here, 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 and here, and then simply connect this ground to the circuit, and that's it. The next step is to adjust the values of the resistance and the inductance. So to do that, do the right click over here on R and set the value. Here do 100, then similarly right click on L, and over here let's adjust the inductance. The inductance should be 0.01 or 0.01 henries. Over here it's very important to adjust the series resistance and to set it to 0 and click on OK. Good, that's it. Next, let's adjust the voltage. To adjust the voltage, do the right click over here and let's set 5 volts. Click on OK. Good. The next step is to configure our simulation. To configure our simulation, you need to click here, or you can do right click and then you can do configure analysis. Here you need to click on transient. But before we enter the values, let's analyze this circuit. Let's first of all discover what is the time constant. The time constant, as explained over here, is L over R. Then if you, for example, go to Python and if you divide, or any other program, and if you divide L over R, you will get this value. Let me show you. The value is for tau 0.001 seconds. Okay, we know that after approximately 5 time constants, we will reach the steady state value. Consequently, the final time can be, for example, 8 time constants. Consequently, over here in this simulation, if we go to the stop time, we can put 0.000 and then we can do 8. Next, leave these two fields empty, and here it's very important to select this option. This means that we want to start external DC supply voltage at 0 volts and click on OK, and then click somewhere over here. Okay, that's it. To simulate this circuit, you simply need to click over here and the circuit will be simulated. However, you don't see anything over here. That's pretty normal. To show the values of the current and the voltage, do the right click and click on add traces. And over here, let's add the I of L1. I of L1 is actually the current through our inductor, or you can maybe do I of R1. I of R1 is the current through our resistor. So let's click here and click, or you can double click. And then you can see IL1 and I of R1. And I of R1 over here again. So let's erase something that we don't need. Let's do right click over here, and then click on delete the cursor. And then let's delete I of L1. So you can click here, delete this trace. And you can see now the time domain response or the time simulation of this circuit. However, there is one issue. The issue is that the response is negative. However, we expect a positive current. This is because we need to change the orientation of this resistor. To do that, simply zoom in the schematics by using the middle mouse button. You can roll in or roll out. And then what you can do, you can click here on this move mode. Then here you need to click and you will be able to move the resistor. Then do Ctrl R to rotate the resistor for 180 degrees and then click here again and press escape to exit. And that's it. Okay, now if you simulate again, the current will be improved. Now the current looks good. Let's change the color. To change the color, you can simply do the right click and let's, for example, use some red color or more visible color. And here it is. And finally, let's verify our simulation. To verify our simulation, we need to go back at the graph and we need to look into this. So after one time constant, we should go approximately at 0.63 Vs over R. However, before we do that, let's verify that the steady state value is correct. Go back. We can see that the voltage is 5. If you divide 5 by 100 ohm, we get 50 milliamps, and that's precisely the steady state value. On the other hand, the time constant is 100 microsecond. So if you do like this, you will see that we are somewhere between 30 and 35 amps after one time constant. Now going back to Python, you can simply multiply 0.5, which is a steady state value, multiplying by this. Let's see now, or you can do even 50 over here. Let's do like this. And then let's evaluate everything by selecting brackets, and you can see 31.5. Good. That's precisely the value somewhere between these two numbers. This means that we have correctly simulated this, and you can see that approximately after 4 time constant, that is after 100 microseconds, we have approximately reached the 98% of the steady state value. This means that we have properly simulated this circuit, and that's all, and see you in the next video tutorial.